way Burlington Record Plant started was the idea of Justin Crowther. He had been listening to records in a friend's basement when he was on the road with Whalen Speed. Came to me last July and kind of mentioned it, that he was thinking about doing it. And a few months later, you know, we had the space. This space all got totally torn apart. We put in all this piping through union pipe fitters. So it was a lot of setup, close to a year of setting up really, just shy of that, just to get all the systems in place.
Always loved vinyl records, and for some reason looked at them differently that night and thought, there's nobody pressing in the Northeast, let's make it happen. For 20 years I've worked for other people, and I thought this was an opportunity to do something to put a little scratch on the table for my family and myself and other people, and just it was no looking back.
Being my own boss is pretty new to me. Come in every day and press records with one of my good friends, and you know, do that for a living it's really incredible, you know, after working for other people my whole life.
It's like we knew we were going to build the smallest plant that we could get away with to keep our head above water. And then, you know, you look at the demographics between 12 and 21, the age groups that are buying the vinyl primarily, which is pretty fascinating because I'll admit, ignorantly sometimes, I look at younger kids and I'm like, they're totally digital forever, you know? But that's not the case, so I think it's fantastic.
We grew up, you know, in scenes where vinyl is really important to it. You know, he grew up in the Philadelphia area, in the hardcore scene. I grew up in the punk rock scene up here, so you know, that's kind of what's kept vinyl alive all these years.
What draws me to vinyl more than other styles? I've just always liked it. I think that it's, you know, like I grew up playing punk rock and hardcore music, and that's always just been a staple in the scene. So we learn and go deeper into the wormhole. It's like learning about, you know, how much better it truly does sound, and then you get into the tangible, physical aspects, etc. I worked with the Small Business Association in Burlington to, you know, write a business plan for the first time ever, and financial projections and all that stuff that comes with any other startup business. And so to do it in Burlington I've found is more amazing than I could have even anticipated, and I anticipated it to be amazing.
It's something that people don't see around here, and I guess, you know, where records actually come from isn't, you know, the first thing that people think of, especially now. And
a lot of musicians in Burlington. I think there's a big kind of music community that's sometimes unseen, and I think I'm super grateful that I live here and that we've had the opportunity to do it here.
We're not trying to get rich. This isn't a get rich thing for us. This is doing what we want to do, you know, at our own pace.
Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years?
Hopefully talking to you guys in the same chair, doing the same thing with my friend, playing music after hours, and cooking my family good meals with a little bit of scratch for making records. That's simple.
They're great and they're convenient. You know, it's great to be able to listen to music in your car whenever you want, or you know, stuff like that. But it's you got to come back to, you know, the direct connection between, you know, there's no computers there. It's just, you know, a piece of vinyl and a needle, you know.